You know, Jesus is our example in Scripture of not only protecting but restoring people's dignity. The woman at the well in John chapter 4 didn't have a great reputation. But Jesus was able to see past her reputation, see past her behavior to her character, and restored her dignity. And she became one of the first missionaries. You know, come see the man who told me everything I ever did. There's another incident, I think it's in Luke chapter 7. Jesus is eating at the home of Simon, and here's another woman with a very bad reputation. And Simon kind of says to himself, if Jesus knew what kind of a woman this is, he wouldn't let her wash his feet with her hair. But Jesus knew what he's thinking. And he said to Simon, I know exactly who she is. But I didn't come here to heal those who are healthy. I came here to heal the sick. And so he was able to restore her dignity because he respects the dignity of all people regardless of their background. And, you know, I think also Jesus has a sense of humor. We see in Luke chapter 9 that Jesus has set his face towards Jerusalem. He's headed towards Jerusalem. But to get there, he has to go through a Samaritan village. And as he's going through there, the Samaritans won't let him stay. And John and Peter want to call down fire and brimstone on the Samaritan village. And Jesus rebukes them. And he goes on to another village. Now, in the very next chapter, Luke chapter 10, Jesus tells a story about a man who's beaten up on the way to Jericho. And, you know, the priest comes along and he passes by on the other side. The seminary president comes along, he passes by on the other side. And who comes along but a Samaritan? So I think Jesus is talking not just to the people who ask the question, but Jesus is talking to his own disciples. The good guy in the story is a Samaritan. And just on the previous page is where the disciples wanted to call down fire and brimstone on the Samaritans. So Jesus also can protect the dignity of a people group. We don't discriminate against another people group because they're precious in his sight as well. And all cultures and nations and people have their dignity as well. And we can celebrate those aspects of their culture. So Jesus is our example about preserving and protecting the dignity of all people, including children.